Hello model railroaders, it's Dave. Welcome back to the layout. You're looking at the acquisition bag, so that means I've been to a train show. Now unfortunately we won't have the table to spread everything else out on. My wife has reacquired her space, so we'll have to use that little table over there. So let me swing you back around, but I can show you something what I acquired here. So my main reason of going to the train show that was about an hour away from me here in southern Ontario was I needed track. And in here we've got 7 pieces of new old stock Pico track. And in this box, we've got 17 pieces. So not bad. You know, $5 a piece, a little more than I would have preferred to pay, but for whatever reason, N-scale track is just stupidly priced at the moment. I don't know what's driven the price up so bad. It's not as if the Canadian dollar hasn't been low in the past, but $5 for new old stock, I can handle that price. So that's not too out of the realm. But let's take our fine scale model Railroader Expo bag and let's see what we've got. So yeah, picked up a flyer here for Sunday, April 8th. There's a model railroad flea market in Mississauga, so we'll see if we get to go to that or not. Just trying to get some other ones a little farther out from my travel. So I picked up another double track truss plastic cornerstone kit truss bridge. So I got looking at the area where I'm going to have the water effect, and the steel bridges in double track in the style I want just weren't seeming to make out well. And ironically, I've got the one bridge that I previously built, so 2 of those with a center pier will fill the space perfectly. So it looks like I'm going to have to build that frustrating bridge again. So that's a future project. I don't need to deal with that now. But what else is in the bag? Not an exceptionally huge amount that I picked up. I did pick up a couple of the Cat mining dump trucks. Now they are more Z scale height, so they're a little smaller than I would prefer. However, being in the quarry, you're not going to have anything in there that is really scaled to compare them against. So it'll actually make the quarry look a little larger. So I've already got some, so these will finish out the fleet, and they're kind of hit and miss trying to find these, and they had a couple, so I figured, okay, we'll go for that. And here's a Tomy. Yeah, it's all Tomy. Okay, we'll go with Tomy. A loader. Now it, in comparison, is a little on the big side. However, they do have huge loaders in quarries. So as far as things go, it's more of an HO scale, but it does say 1/110th or 1/110 on the box, So it's closer to N scale than to HO, and for 10, you know, it's worth grabbing it to see. So let's just come over and compare it to the CAT model and see how horrendously out of scale it is. Yeah, that's maybe if it's set by itself somewhere. Here's another more N scale-ish loader, and the Traco, of course. So, oh well, it's only 10 bucks. You win some, you lose some. It can go, yeah, especially against the N-scale dump truck that is a little on the, yeah, it's probably just going to be a little too big. But, oh well. It's either a really, really huge loader, which, you know, when it comes to it being your layout, you make the rules. So it'll just go in a section of the quarry where there's nothing else to scale to compare it to. But, oh well, N-scale is so finicky in finding the accessories that they're either that's a nice little model too. It's with the articulated base to it and the movable bucket and dump. So, but they do make huge mining related front end loaders. So, you know, we'll work with what we got. So, but while I'm over here, so I do have a for our hole over here, I do have one of the truss bridges, and if we go by that little knot there, that that will bridge that whole gap fairly well. Sorry, I didn't got the sander in the way. So I think I've got about an inch gap to spare, but that can start at the bank and just be sculpted molded against the wood. So with two of these running across, because this piece that I've got the bridge over of track, that will be behind the scenery block. So we'll go, this track will be in this area, and I've got the spur line, and I also have to do something with the attempting to get the logging run up there, so I'm probably going to have to do something where I need a second track running from the one side to the other, because I've got all this nice section of space to get some industry or something down there where I'll just have 2 lines of track running over. So who knows? Don't know exactly, but it'll all sort itself out, and then I've got some singles here that will get utilized somewhere on the layout, or then I'll just have a table at one of the hobby shows. Instead of attending for purchase, I'll be attending to sell. You know, as you upgrade your layout and different things, and yeah, pass it on to somebody at a discounted price and for their layout, just as someone else has already done for you. Now, I did pull my scenery section off the top of the bookcase just to give some greenery, get some scenery on the layout, make it not look as stark and barren. But with that height, I believe, is just about 2 inches of foam and sculpt mold with the scenery on top. So as you can see from the background there, that will just a 2-inch height will hide any terrain very well. And I actually I wanted to see the look of the trees and such just directly against the gapped away from the backdrop. and it gives it that little not right up against it feel. So give it a look from this end. So I think that will work out as a long-term scenery possibility. Not this particular piece where it is, but the effect of having the trees gapped off the backdrop about, I don't know, I'm going to say about 3 inches probably, with the double track there. So not a very lot of accomplishment on the layout. What's ahead of me is, if I can get some time, is going to be to pull this 4x8 section out. So I'm going to have to remove all of the joiner straights and curves, and then pull the backdrop out, unscrew that, and then pull that section out. While it's out, I've got 3 Tortai switch machines to install. Actually 2. I have 2 to install on that section. And while that's out, I need to get my bus lines in. You can see these couple here hanging down, and some more over on this side. It's just a little awkward to try and get up underneath there without removing. This one I can work from that end and from this end, if I can actually get in between by pulling that out. And since I need to pull it anyway to get the switch machines installed, that'll work out. And I'll show you how I do that. I use the Workmate here to yes, with the lights off. Sorry about that, guys. With the camera auto balance whiteness or whatever, things are looking a little dark with having the lights off, so I do apologize for that. But I thought I'd just give you a heads up as to the plan of moving forward, and then once all that bus line's done, then try and tackle this section of getting the roundhouse and the turntable all sorted out so that I can deal with the switch panel in this corner and try and complete all the trackage on the lower level. So with the 22 pieces of Pico track plus what I already have, I'm hoping that that will take me through till about April with track laying and other items. I did get a little paint roller kit to get those scenery blocks of masonite painted up, if I can convince my wife to let me borrow her cutting table. Or I'll just have to lay some paper down out on the floor to do it. But I'd rather work at waist height rather than on the floor. So we'll see how that plays out. So anyway, not a big accomplishment type video, but at least got to go to a train show this weekend, and hopefully I'll be able to pick away at something later on tonight. So till the next video, bye for now, and hopefully you'll be able to get to your own localish train shows and enjoy browsing the tables, and hope you score. So till later, bye for now.